Hey everyone, it's Coach Matt over here, Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. Guys, we're answering a question today on a subject that I get questions on all the time: switching the feet. We're going to make this quick. I want this to be the definitive last video, last time I have to answer this question. Questions always come in, and it always has something to do with Coach Matt. Why don't you teach in your videos how to switch the feet? Why don't you switch your feet? Why don't you teach your athletes to switch the feet? Why do you think switching the feet is some bad, evil thing that shouldn't be done? That is not the truth. I teach my athletes to switch the feet. The thing is, I don't teach my athletes to switch the feet until they are absolutely ready to switch their feet. Here's what I mean. Stand up. Let's do a little experiment, okay? I want you guys to stand up, get a nice athletic position, okay? We're going to jump as high as we can in the air. But the first jump we're going to do, we're not going to fully extend our legs, and we're not going to fully extend our hips and jump and extend our entire body as we jump. So we're going to leave the ground, we're going to jump, but we're not going to fully extend the hips and the knees. Okay, so first jump. Let's get down, ready position, watch my hips, we're not going to extend all the way, and jump. Now as you can tell, my hips did not extend. Your hips did not extend. You did not jump as high as you possibly could because you did not get full extension. Now let's try it again. Let's get down, let's jump as high as we can in the air by extending our knees, extending our legs all the way, and extending our hips all the way, squeezing our butt, and getting full extension of our body before we leave the ground. Ready? Let's do it. Get down, and full extension, jump. Now, as you can tell, you jumped higher the second time. What does this experiment have to do with switching feet? Well, it's pretty simple. When you teach an athlete to switch their feet, before they have a good understanding of how to fully extend their body during the release, during the power position, you are basically teaching them how to jump without extending their legs and without extending their hips. You should only teach an athlete to switch their feet when they are fully extending their legs, when they are fully extending their hips, fully extending their shoulders all the way around, getting full extension with the arm, and a full flick with that wrist. When their entire body is extended, that they are using 100% of the power and leverage that they can put into the ground, the full extension that they can get out of their limbs, that's when you teach them to switch the feet. Okay, so here's what I mean. Get in the power position. A lot of times when you see new athletes who switch their feet, they turn, things look good in the power position, and then as soon as they're about 90% of the way extended, they just jump in the air. No different than what you did when you jumped in the air without extending your knees and without extending your hips. Athletes who can switch their feet, athletes who do it properly, they understand that they need full extension of everything. Boom. And then they switch their feet. Full extension, and then they switch their feet. Just like you did on your second jump. You got full extension with your body, and then you left the ground. Okay? So this is why in these beginner videos up here on YouTube, I don't teach how to switch the feet. I teach my athletes to switch the feet, but only after they've mastered the mechanics of the full throw, after they have mastered the standing throw, and after they have built a foundation of good habits that allow them to get full extension with all of their joints, all of their limbs, and put the full length of their body into the throw. Only at that time will I teach them to start switching their feet to get a little bit more power and a little bit more pop at the end of the throw. You don't want to be one of these guys who on the first or second day of practice with a brand new athlete, you're teaching them how to switch the feet. If you teach them how to switch the feet too early, they're never going to learn how to fully extend their entire body. You're going to have to be trying to correct bad habits later on in the season that should have been good habits at the beginning of the season. So it's not that I'm against switching the feet. I am against switching the feet with brand new athletes before they're ready. So hopefully this clears some things up. Hopefully this is the last time I have to answer this question, and it's a definitive answer. I am not a feet switching hater. I don't hate switching the feet. I teach my athletes how to switch the feet, but only when they're ready. And I feel that you should too. All right, guys, keep these questions coming. As always, we're going to be pumping out all throughout track season, pumping out free video, pumping out these YouTube videos, but I can't do it unless you leave your questions down below. So if anything is difficult for you, if anything is kind of making you scratch your head, if you're wondering why certain things are happening in the circle and you can't figure it out on your own, or your coach can't figure it out, leave it down below in the YouTube comment section and I'll get it answered for you in a future video. Hope to hear from you soon.